And up latest, up last, up today, just today, I think you dropped this, right? Did you not?
Dropped it hot.
You just dropped it hot today. Yeah. This news
off the presses.
And
yes,
there was like an immediate response, if I'm not mistaken. An outpouring of support.
Exactly. Did you want to tackle this, Dave? Since I got the last two.
Okay, well, yeah. So Pat's been working on this for a while, actually. He's been, trying to hammer out a Patreon page for us because, folks have asked, when are you guys going to get a Patreon page? When can we support you? When can we be more involved in what you guys are doing, on a supporting level? And yeah, so Pat hammered it out. He got the support tiers, and yeah, we now have a Patreon. And I'm actually going to let you take it from here because I know you are, right there. You have all the information probably fresh in your head. So go ahead and tell everybody
all right. So
how do they find it?
So like Dave said, we decided that after all the people asking for it, we decided to start a Patreon page. So I guess just a lot of discussion, a lot of work. But yeah, you can check us out at patreon.com/SHIRO Media Group. Mm-hmm. So SHIRO MEDIAGROUP. And yeah, so far we have a couple tiers. So you can be a SHIRO supporter for $1, which you get your name on the credit sequence of the SHIRO show. Which
not today, though.
It's gonna next week. Next week for sure.
We'll be on top of it. I don't want to
put Dave in the spot. We'll give you a shout out at the end, though. So
we'll
do that as a penance. Become an official Patreon. You get all the official for $3 a month. You get all the previous tiers, access to the inner circle SHIRO Discord, and then access to the fully edited SHIRO Show news, like the video portion.
Right.
So I know we used to do that, but we decided to put into clips. So I know some people want to do that. So if you want to watch a fully edited clip, like the video portion of it, like we do for the podcast,
mm-hmm.
We'll put that up so that way you can watch that fully edited as well.
Okay.
Got the $10 all access Patreon, so all previous tiers, shout out on the podcast and SHIRO Show, merch at a discount, and then early access to the podcast. So we'll put it up maybe a week before. I think
mm-hmm.
that's a good amount of time, so you guys can listen to it a bit earlier than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll figure out how to hatch that out in terms of integrating that with a podcast host or just putting it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and you're not just getting merch at a discount. Actually, you're getting it at cost. So like,
yeah,
we're making nothing off of it, but you guys are supporting us via $10 a month. So any new merch that comes out, you buy it at cost, basically from Threadless. So whatever they charge, base cost is what it costs to you. So yeah, you're basically going to get our friends and family code, but you cannot share it.
Yes, please don't share it because that'll defeat the purpose of doing this. Because then we'll have to
turn it off, It's like, and then what's after that? VIP.
Yeah, if you do that, I'm gonna have to make the perk is that you get a calendar with me shirtless. So that's the punishment you get if you share that code out. Is that will change it to calendar of Patrick shirtless for 12 months. So
nice.
You've been warned. That's a verbal warning to you.
That is a serious warning, Pat. You don't go up against him in a game of chicken. You will lose.
No, you will. And then our last VIP Patreon, which is $20 a month, you get all the previous tiers, chance to be on the podcast quarterly, unmuted during the news show segments on the SHIRO Show, and you get to vote on the topics to cover on the podcast. So you get pretty much everything and all that. So you get like to be an executive producer, and we'll figure out a time to put you on the podcast. So it'll be sweet. You okay over there?
I am okay. My alarm went off again. I gotta really stop that.
Yeah, we will make sure your alarm will not go off on the podcast.
Okay, guys, you have to understand. Like, it is hotter than hell in this garage that I have my set up as my studio, right? And so I have the skylight open to let out air, right? And I had a reminder in my phone to close the skylight at 3:00 because we used to do the SHIRO Show earlier, and now that we do the SHIRO Show later, I need to update that alarm. So now everybody knows why.
Update that alarm, Dave.
Update it. Yeah, but right now I can't.
Alarm, Dave.
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. I'm sorry, guys.
I will scream at you, Dave.
You can scream at me.
I will scream at you on air. I swear. Anyways, yeah.
Danthrax.
This is a beautiful. Huh?
Well, Danthrax is in the chat saying that they're just wrapping up with Lyra's voice, with the voice actress. So
Nice.
hopefully they'll be able to get into the stream.
I am
Okay, sorry,
excited.
I interrupted you. Go ahead with the VIP.
You interrupted me a lot. Stop
Yeah,
interrupting.
I'm gonna do it again.
Bad
I'm gonna
Dave.
do it again.
Bad
Okay.
Dave. Bad Dave.
We're
Bad.
at 3:00. We've got a
Anyways,
half hour left, but I don't think we need it.
We'll figure out something for if they're not ready. But anyways, our main goal of the Patreon, our main goal of Patreon is just to break even on our costs. So we have a lot of costs in terms
Yes.
of hosting the website, hosting the podcast, server costs, and miscellaneous costs for equipment and stuff that we need, or anything for reviewing. So having this will help us break even on that. We're not looking to become millionaires on this and be like hot money rollers.
We just want to be able to keep doing it and not have to pay like out the wazoo.
Exactly. I mean, Dave and I both dropped. How much did we dropped? Like
$700?
Well, not each.
And so far, yeah. Well, since like late 2017 on the podcast, it's like almost there. I'm not complaining here. It's been a love. It's been a passion. But honestly, Castos kind of screwed us over, right? Like they did a buyout, forced merger or whatever, I don't know, of Podient. They took over, they broke our podcast, and now we need a new host. And I think Podbean is going to be it. And with just what people donated today, I think we might be able to afford a year of hosting on Podbean. So I just have to say huge shouts to everybody who just signed up today for Patreon, because you guys helped us, host the podcast for another year. And so we're going to try to switch over to Podbean, get all the artwork over, try to fix everything. It's a work in progress, but you guys definitely helped us with that. Saved us. And we can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, like and between when we started the show and now, we actually got 2 new patrons on Patreon. Mm-hmm. But before I go on, I want to thank all our patrons that like support us, like, because we launched this like this morning. We already have 1, 2, 3, 7 people that are backing us on Patreon, and we're getting about, I think it's around 40 now, or a little bit over that, but or 30, so 30 something. Anyways, I just want to give a big shout out to I'm going to list these down alphabetically.
Okay, cool.
Private Eye, Hitomi 2500, Emerald Nova, Young Money SWE, and Night of Dragon, who donated quite a bit. And then from the time we started, we got Momdu, and then Shadow Mask. So thank you to both those and everyone that backed us on Patreon. That was really awesome of you, and it's great that we actually we got such a great support.
Did you just list off everybody? Did you just list off even did you list Night of Dragon? Or
I did.
You did, and I didn't even hear it. Okay, I was concentrating on something else. But like everybody you listed right there are like, those are our family. Those are guys that are like regulars on the SHIRO Discord, and they're just participating in conversation like every day and stuff like that. So that's really touching that they're the ones supporting us. You know what I'm saying? So it's we can't thank you guys enough.
It means a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
And everyone that has supported us, either through monetarily, through the shirts, or the helping us on views with YouTube, or just supporting us, like shouting us out, or saying, oh, check these guys out, or liking, subscribing. So that means a lot to us. I know. I hopefully we say that enough, that you guys are amazing and really make the show what it is. Mm-hmm. And without you, this would not be possible at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'd be screaming at the thing. And I know we've been, over the last couple of months, we really picked up our A game on YouTube and sort of try to start making content more regularly. And hopefully you guys been enjoying that, and it's all been good.
Yeah, and give us feedback.
Yeah.
Feel free to give us feedback. Let us know what you like that we're doing, what you think we could change, or because we take it all to heart. And if there's anything that we can do to make that happen, we're totally all ears. We love it when you guys get on in the chat and you contribute, or you correct us when we're wrong. We're often wrong. I'm often wrong, and I'll be the first to admit it. I love it when you guys get involved and you let us know. SHIRO is just an extension of the Saturn community. We really want Saturn to grow in popularity. We want more people to play it. We want younger generations to play it. We're trying to pass it on to our kids and stuff like that. So we just want it to stay relevant, and we want to help preserve its history, and even create new history, and help support you guys create new history for the console in developing new games and doing new projects and bringing over games that we never got. So all that stuff. You guys are being instrumental on a daily basis, and we just can't thank you enough. And we love shouting out the stuff that you guys are doing. So
Yeah, for real. And yeah, we definitely, and I just want to let everyone know that no content will be going away. Everything will stay the same. The only thing we'll get is maybe you'll get bonus content on the Patreon. Mm-hmm. So we're not gonna like wallgate like all of our like, oh, you can only listen to this podcast only ever on Patreon. So either be temporarily like you'll listen to it early, or you'll watch it, or you can watch it at a later date. But yeah, like but if you guys want to be the first to look at our content, be the first to give your voices, hear your opinion, definitely back us on Patreon if you are willing to, because I know nowadays money's kind of a bit tight, especially with the post-pandemic stuff. But we really appreciate anything you can give us. So I think at this point we're pretty much at even or a little bit over that.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you guys for making that possible, because that's insane that we got that in such a short amount of time. Because that basically, now we're pretty much breaking even on our podcast, and probably going to offset the cost that we make from the previous ones. And a lot of that is what Dave had to take on. So cool. Luckily, Dave's been really awesome doing that.
I promise that I'm going to have. Yeah, I promise I have more shirt and hoodie designs coming in case folks are, wanting more. I mean, I had to get the logo stuff out of the way, but I am going to start doing some more like clever designs, for you guys. So for those of you who do support us at that tier where you're getting merch at cost, just be checking our Threadless, because as new stuff becomes available, you guys can literally pick it up. For I don't know if it's shirt, it's like $15, I think. So you're just basically just buying it directly from Threadless, and we're not taking a cut, but we do appreciate that all of your guys' support. But are we ready to move on to the stream, or did you want to say anything else? Do we have any other topics to talk about?
I just want to say just one last thing about that is we'll be adding some more stuff to the Patreon as we go on, so we'll figure out how much more to offer it. So we'll try to keep you guys active and keep active in that regard. So we'll keep going and moving on, giving you updates on Patreon. So hopefully you'll stick with us, and we'll have some really cool things coming up in the future. And I think that's it on my end.
Yeah.